Zendaya has long captured attention in Hollywood for her talent, charisma, and unique sense of style. From her early acting days to becoming an Emmy-winning performer, she has consistently demonstrated authenticity, charm, and a presence that draws people in. Recently, a series of bold bikini photos brought her into the public conversation for a different reason, sparking debate about confidence, empowerment, and societal expectations. These images offer more than visual appeal. They provide a glimpse into Zendaya's evolving identity as both a performer and a cultural figure. They illustrate her ability to embrace personal freedom while navigating public scrutiny, highlighting a journey marked by talent, self-expression, and the courage to define herself on her own terms. Early stardom and developing craft. Zendaya's early career in Hollywood was marked by a rare blend of talent and instinctive presence. Even in minor roles, she demonstrated an ability to inhabit characters fully, projecting a depth that resonated with audiences. Her performances carried authenticity, often balancing vulnerability with quiet strength, which made her stand out among her peers. These formative years were not just professional steps. They were moments of intense learning and self-discovery. Every audition, role, and on-screen interaction contributed to a foundation of skill and self-awareness. Observers quickly noticed her capacity for nuance and emotional intelligence, qualities that would define her subsequent work. Beyond performance technique, Zendaya's early experiences cultivated resilience, patience, and a commitment to growth, shaping her not only as an actress, but as a public figure capable of commanding attention without relying on spectacle or superficial charm. From promise to Emmy recognition, Zendaya's journey from a promising newcomer to an Emmy-winning actress reflects dedication and persistence. Her talent was honed over years of careful role selection and artistic exploration. Early performances revealed the range of her abilities, allowing her to tackle complex characters that demanded both emotional and intellectual engagement. Critics and fans alike recognized her authenticity, praising the subtlety and depth she brought to each portrayal. Recognition through awards like the Emmy was not sudden. It was the culmination of consistent effort, growth, and the courage to take on challenging roles. This milestone cemented her status as one of Hollywood's respected performers. Yet, it was her ongoing authenticity and unwillingness to compromise her values that distinguished her. Zendaya's career's trajectory illustrates that acclaim is not merely a product of talent, but a reflection of resilience, thoughtful choices, and a steadfast commitment to staying true to one's artistic voice. Crafting a signature style. From the beginning, Zendaya's style has served as a personal statement, reflecting her personality, evolution, and confidence. Her wardrobe choices, both on-screen and in public appearances, have consistently combined sophistication with daring experimentation. She has never relied solely on trends, instead cultivating signature aesthetic that balances elegance with modernity. Minimalist gowns, bold streetwear, and inventive combinations reveal a person attuned to self-expression through fashion. Over time, this attention to presentation has reinforced her public identity as someone who understands the power of visual storytelling. Style for Zendaya is a vehicle for individuality, communicating personality, and mood without words. Her recent bikini photos are a continuation of this philosophy, signaling not provocation, but a confident embrace of self, body, and identity. They underscore how personal expression can merge artistry and authenticity, demonstrating that fashion, appearance, and image are integral tools in defining one's narrative. Confidence through visual expression. The recent bikini images sparked widespread attention, emphasizing how confidence can manifest visually. Zendaya approached the photos as a statement of self-assurance rather than a strategy for publicity. They communicate maturity, comfort with her body, and an unspoken declaration of freedom and autonomy. Reactions varied. Some celebrated the empowerment conveyed, while others critiqued the images through cultural and moral lenses. Yet, the photos themselves transcend judgment, illustrating how visual representation can be a form of personal storytelling. They highlight the interplay between confidence, identity, and societal perception. Zendaya's decision to share them reflects an awareness of her own power to control narrative, rather than submit to expectation. Her approach demonstrates that confidence is cultivated, displayed with intention, and intimately tied to personal growth, reinforcing the idea that public perception should not dictate ideal self-expression. Elegance meets boldness. A defining characteristic of Zendaya's career is her ability to merge sophistication with boldness. She consistently displays poise while embracing daring choices, whether through fashion, performance, or personal presentation. The bikini photos align with this pattern, revealing a side of her personality that is playful, self-assured, and unapologetic. Unlike a sudden departure from her established image, these moments feel like a natural extension of her journey, reflecting confidence earned through years of professional and personal growth. Her actions demonstrate that strength, elegance, and audacity can coexist. For audiences, this balance provides a model of empowerment. One can embrace risk, individuality, and expression while maintaining dignity and refinement. Zendaya's example encourages viewers to navigate personal authenticity without fear of judgment, illustrating that true confidence involves integrating multiple facets of self-expression into a cohesive and intentional narrative. Navigating criticism and cultural expectations. As with many public figures, Zendaya's choices have elicited criticism, highlighting enduring societal tensions. Female celebrities often face disproportionate scrutiny regarding appearance, behavior, and self-expression. Some critics questioned the appropriateness of her bikini photos, reflecting cultural patterns that seek to regulate women's autonomy. Yet public discussion also included support, emphasizing her authenticity, courage, and refusal to conform to arbitrary standards. This duality underscores her broader cultural impact. She not only performs, but also challenges restrictive norms, demonstrating that public visibility need not compromise personal agency. Zendaya's ability to navigate praise and criticism reflects a sophisticated understanding of perception, reinforcing her role as both artist and cultural commentator. She models a path for balancing personal freedom with public life, showing that agency, self-expression, and visibility are not mutually exclusive, but mutually reinforcing when approached thoughtfully. Versatility as a core strength. Zendaya's career exemplifies versatility, seamlessly transitioning between genres, styles, and roles. This adaptability extends beyond performance into how she expresses herself publicly. The bikini photos reveal a further facet of this versatility, illustrating her comfort with different forms of presentation and self representation. She communicates confidence across settings, from formal couture to casual fashion to intimate self-expression, highlighting a nuanced understanding of identity. This adaptability does not suggest compromise, but a holistic embrace of self. By showing comfort and strength in diverse contexts, Zendaya demonstrates that empowerment and authenticity are flexible, capable of existing in varied forms. The images reaffirm that true confidence is anchored in self-acceptance, not in adherence to societal approval, revealing her multifaceted identity as both a performer and a public figure, navigating the complex intersections of visibility, artistry, and individuality, challenging Hollywood's conventions. Hollywood has long imposed restrictive standards on women, emphasizing image over autonomy and often promoting conformity over personal freedom. Zendaya's recent visual statements disrupt these norms, demonstrating that public success and bold self-expression are not mutually exclusive. She embodies the possibility of navigating high visibility while remaining true to oneself, balancing talent, poise, and personal agency. Her choices challenge traditional expectations, signaling a redefinition of what it means to be a woman of influence in entertainment. By asserting her freedom to express herself, she confronts cultural pressure while modeling a modern paradigm of empowerment. Zendaya's actions exemplify how women can command public attention without compromising identity, reinforcing the principle that self-expression, individuality, and professional achievement are compatible and mutually strengthening in contemporary Hollywood. Authenticity as influence central to Zendaya's public presence is authenticity. Fans admire not just her talent, but her consistency in remaining genuine and transparent. She projects confidence and personal integrity, whether in interviews, red carpet appearances, or personal photos. The bikini images continue this legacy, reflecting comfort in her own skin rather than calculated provocation. In a culture dominated by curated perfection, her authenticity provides a refreshing contrast, illustrating that influence and elegance stem from embracing one's individuality. She demonstrates that true empowerment emerges from self-definition rather than external validation. Through her example, Zendaya underscores the importance of honesty, self-awareness, and personal courage in public life. Authenticity, she shows, is an active practice that strengthens influence, nurtures connection with audiences, and reinforces the freedom to define oneself, independent of societal pressures or conventional expectations. The cultural conversation, Zendaya's photos have sparked a broader discussion about gender norms, empowerment, and autonomy. They invite audiences to reconsider assumptions about beauty, confidence, and public perception. By asserting control over how she presents herself, she initiates a dialogue about agency, challenging cultural scripts that often dictate women's behavior in the spotlight. Fans and critics alike are prompted to reflect on the intersection of talent, personal choice, and visibility. The conversation extends beyond celebrity culture, engaging themes of societal expectation, body positivity, and empowerment. Through this lens, Zendaya becomes not only an entertainer, but a cultural touchstone, inspiring conversations about freedom, self-expression, and the right to define one's own narrative. Her actions encourage audiences to interrogate biases and embrace a more expansive understanding of strength, identity, and individuality. Expression through visual mediums. Zendaya has always used visual media as a form of storytelling, whether through fashion, photography, or performance. The bikini photos are part of this continuum, conveying a narrative of confidence and agency. They highlight her understanding that visual expression can communicate complex aspects of identity without words. By consciously curating these images, she reveals self-assurance, maturity, and an awareness of her public influence. This approach demonstrates how image, style, and presentation function as tools for narrative construction, offering insight into character, personality, and growth. Through this lens, Zendaya's public persona becomes an ongoing artistic project in which intentionality, reflection, and self-expression converge. The photos serve as a visual articulation of her evolving identity, underscoring the interconnectedness of confidence, self-expression, and professional achievement in shaping cultural perception. Confidence as empowerment beyond aesthetics, Zendaya's recent images exemplify confidence as a form of empowerment. They reflect an internalized sense of agency, a comfort with self, and a refusal to be confined by external expectations. Confidence, in this context, is not performative. It is a lived experience manifested through posture, expression, and choice. By publicly embracing her body and identity, she demonstrates that empowerment arises from self-acceptance rather than validation. The images communicate that personal freedom, professional accomplishment, and self-expression are mutually reinforcing. For audiences, they provide a model of courage, illustrating that owning one's narrative is a profound act of empowerment. Zendaya's example highlights how public figures can leverage visibility to assert individuality, challenge norms, and encourage others to embrace their own unique identities with dignity and boldness. Integrating boldness and grace. Zendaya's career and public presence illustrate the seamless integration of audacity and elegance. She has repeatedly demonstrated that boldness need not sacrifice refinement, and that grace can coexist with fearless self-expression. The bikini photos reinforce this integration, presenting her as confident yet composed, daring yet poised. This careful navigation of public image illustrates an intentional approach to visibility. She chooses to express her identity fully while retaining elegance and sophistication. For fans and observers, her example underscores the importance of harmonizing multiple aspects of self. Authenticity, courage, and creativity are not mutually exclusive with professionalism, poise, or class. Zendaya shows that true self-expression involves embracing complexity, balancing vulnerability with strength, and cultivating a public persona that reflects the full spectrum of individuality without yielding to societal pressures or narrow definitions of appropriateness. Conclusion: a modern icon. Zendaya's recent bikini photos are more than personal images. They are a reflection of evolution, self-expression, and empowerment. They illustrate a career built on talent, dedication, and authenticity, while signaling her comfort in embracing boldness and individuality. By balancing grace with audacity, professionalism with playfulness, and authenticity with public perception, she models the multifaceted nature of confidence and personal agency. These images encourage reflection and conversation, challenging conventional expectations and inspiring audiences. Zendaya emerges as a modern icon, a performer who defines her own narrative, embraces her identity without compromise, and inspires others to do the same. Her journey affirms that beauty, influence, and empowerment are born from courage, self-acceptance, and the fearless pursuit of authenticity.